Good evening, my friends who I've missed for the last, oh my gosh, 2 weeks. We were out. It's been a long couple weeks. Basically, last week I was doing a bunch of landscaping projects as I usually am around my house, and having nails on was not the best idea when handling patio stones and other heavy objects. So for that reason, unfortunately, I had to make a last minute call to not do the live last week, but we're back this week and I'm so grateful for it because I've missed everybody so much. So hello to everybody who is popping in. While you guys are joining, I will give you a look at what we're doing tonight. This is a tricolor purple manicure. I've had bare nails for a week. I needed something on them with like a little sparkle because you guys know that I love sparkle and shimmer and all those things. So we're doing 3 different colors. The dark purple actually has a shimmer to it. Then we're using Heaven by Revel Nail. I don't know what I've already stained on here, but anywho. And then we are also going to do a glitter accent nail as well. Hello, Kristen. Hello, Brianna. Hello, Marissa. It is so good to see you. Cass, I just saw you pop in. Hello, I've missed my friends. Oh, I missed you guys so much last week. You don't even know. I hate when I have weeks off, but sometimes life happens because, you know, you got to make responsible decisions. So here we are. We are here this week, and I am so happy to see everybody. So here is a look at what we are doing. So what we're going to be using tonight, I'm back to my West Coast dip liquids this evening. And then for the colors, the light color is Heaven by Revel Nail. The purple shimmery color is Grape Hyacinth by West Coast Dips. And then we're going to be pairing that with Corgis and Wine, also by West Coast Dips. These are from their spring collection that they released. I loved all these colors, and so that's why I'm circling back around. I just had to use them. So, Megan, I get the tips from Amazon. They're called, it starts with a B. I never know how to pronounce the name properly, but they are shared on my storefront. So if you go over to that, I do have them shared for you there. And they are available on Amazon, but it's like Buqkima, I believe is the brand name. How to pronounce that, I don't know, and I don't want to butcher it on camera. So, ooh, Kristen, I love that. I was leaning into like a bright neon manicure, but I wasn't quite there with the weather yet. I'm very seasonal with my colors, and it's like, it's spring and it's hot, but it didn't feel summer yet. But I think next week I'm going to go full bore, and you with your rondo, I think, have fully inspired me. So I think next week we're going to go bright and fun for summer colors. Ah, Lorena, well, that's exciting. I love Wednesday nail days. This is perfect. All right, friends, let's get into it. So again, here is a look at the look we're creating this evening. This is super easy to do. I kept it pretty simple this week. It's just a matter of matching colors. The chunky glitter I know gives people some grief, so I'll definitely walk you guys through that when we get to that part of the process. But yeah, other than that, it's going to be our usual process. I'm going to be doing the TikTok application method to build an apex. My ring finger that I've done the chunky glitter on, I always do a little differently. I never build a proper apex with chunky glitter because I don't like to add too much bulk to the nail. So all I'm going to be doing is a clear base, then the glitter, and then another clear base. It's important to put something underneath of your chunky glitters. It makes it a little easier to remove because they can be very trying when you go to remove them. So just a little tip. All right, friends, let's dive into it. So we have our colors here. Here is this grape one with the beautiful, beautiful shimmer in it. I hope you guys can see that because it is gorgeous. Oh, Ellie, I'm so happy to hear that. That's awesome. Welcome to the Dip Club. I love bringing in new friends. Hello, Kay. It is great to see you. All right, friends, let's kick this off, get this started. So we are going in with our base coat, if I can figure out which one we're using. So for our first dip, we are going to be dipping all of the nails. So I've got my base coat, I've got Grape, and I'm also going to be using Heaven and then Clear on this first dip. Hopefully I do not mix up which finger I am using. The other thing I have handy is my little toothpick soaked in acetone. That's going to help me get those clean cuticle lines just in case we go a little crazy, you know? So, oh, Sonia, well, welcome. I am so happy to have you here. This is awesome. All right, I love new friends. We got new friends in the mix. This is very cool. All right, guys, so we are going to go in with our first dip. So our first dip is going to be a full dip. So we are going to grab our base coat. We're going to start that base coat in the middle of the nail, and we are going to push all the way back to the skin but not touching the skin, and then pull forward, and then we are going to swoop around the side. So the reason I start that brush in the middle of the nail is to avoid flooding that cuticle area, getting too much product up there and causing issues. So then we are going to dip, and then we're going to tappy tap it off, and then we are going to grab our toothpick and we're just going to swipe that around the outside just to clean up any little misfits that we have. Oh my gosh, Fancy Pants is here. Hello, friend. It is great to see you. Unfortunately, I don't have any crazy nail art for you this evening, but I do have some beautiful purple color, so I hope you're into that. All right, moving on along to the next finger. Again, guys, we're going to do a full dip for this first one, so we're going to start the brush in the middle of the nail and push back, and then pull forward and swoop around those sides. Okay, and then we're going to dip in, preferably at a 45-degree angle to avoid too much clumping. And then we're going to grab that toothpick and we're going to swipe it around the edge. Now, I know a few of you said that you are new nail friends here this evening, so a little tip: if you're struggling with your manicures and getting a nice finish, shimmer colors are your friend. Shimmer colors are very, very forgiving. So if you're struggling with buffing and still learning, a shimmer color is a good one to practice with because it'll kind of hide any imperfections. So just a little tip while you're getting started. Well, Marissa, I am happy to hear that because I clearly also really love purple. So I'm glad we've got our purple friends here. All right, switching gears for the middle finger, we are dipping into Heaven by Revel Nail, which unfortunately, guys, is a retired color. That said, you could use any sort of light purple for this mixture here. All right. And then we are going to start the brush in the middle of the nail and we're going to push all the way back. Don't touch the skin, pull forward, swoop the sides. Right. And then we're going to dip. And so for my friends that are new and joining us this evening, just so you guys know, I do send out email alerts when I go live, just as a reminder. Or if we have a week like last week where I unfortunately had to cancel, I do send out notices for that. So if you would like to get those email alerts, all you need to do is pop over to my TikTok profile, click the link there, scroll down a little bit, enter your email, and I will send you those alerts. Other than the email alerts, the only other thing I'll let you know is when the replays are posted, and every Monday I do send out the Polish Post, which is just a collection of videos we posted for the week. Those are the only three things that I email out as of right now, so if you guys would like to get on those, definitely get on that email list. Moving along, you guys give me life. I was like, I'm not even gonna lie, I was so tired, and I was like, I don't know if I have the live energy tonight, but I swear the camera comes on, I see you guys in the comments, and it just like, it jacks me right up. I just love it. Fancy Pants is requesting that everybody tap the screen, which is also good to get your thumb exercise. So if you guys feel so inclined, please give that screen a double tap, and don't forget, sharing is caring, so click that share button, send to a friend who might be interested in doing their own nails. I would greatly appreciate it. There's my shameless plug. Lisa, hello. Tips for cracks and chipping. So cracks are most often caused by dip that is too thin. So what might be happening is, number one, you might not be applying enough layers, or you might be over buffing and thinning out that dip too much. The other culprit can sometimes be an old or contaminated activator. So those are usually reasons for cracks. As far as chipping goes, make sure you're capping your edges. So when I do that second layer of top coat especially, make sure you run your brush over the free edge of the nail, and that'll cap the edges, and that will help prevent those chips. All right. Where are we? Okay, we're on clear. I gotta remember what colors I'm using. These tricolor manis are really they're gonna put my mind to work today, friends. Allie is here. Hello, Allie. Oh, Bethany, that means so much to me. Thank you guys so much. I'm so happy to hear that. I love doing my own nails at home, so the fact that it has somehow inspired you to do the same makes me really happy. So that is awesome. Thank you, Bethany. Amy, awesome. Oh, you guys are the best. Caitlin, yeah, I mainly use dip powder. Every once in a while, I'll use gels to do nail art on my dip powder, but I am pretty much strictly dip powder. Lisa, don't worry. It took me hours doing my first one as well. I think I was like, I feel like I was closer to 4 hours on my first dip. It was crazy, but it gets better as you learn and it gets a lot faster. Ah, Cassie is here. Hello, Cassie. Thank you. You were too kind. Ooh, Rachel, what do you have planned for your mani tonight? I'm excited to hear. All right, friends. So for the ring finger, we're going to be doing the chunky glitter. So I'm just putting a clear base down, and that's going to make it easier to remove that chunky glitter later on. So again, starting that brush in the middle of the nail, pushing all the way back to the skin without touching the skin, and then pulling forward and swooping the sides. That's going to better distribute the liquid. So if you have any issues with flooding or getting anything on your skin, that's going to give you better control. It's also going to help. It's step number 1 for getting good cuticle lines as well. So dip into that powder, tap off the excess, grab our toothpick, and swoop the edges. Now, friends, just so you guys know, in case you guys are new and you're still learning, one little trick that I do for the cuticle lines is I actually put my toothpick in a little bit of acetone. So you can see I've got a little acetone at the bottom there. And soap in the end, I find, does a good job of just kind of cleaning up any little bits that may have gotten outside of that nice clean cuticle line. Marissa, thank you. Unfortunately, I do mess up though. Debbie, is that you that I see in here? It is Debbie. Hello, my friend. I am doing these nails for those of you that are just popping in. We're just doing a tricolor purple. Phelan, you are the best. Give your thumb a rest. You've done amazing. Thank you. Ooh, Rachel, that's awesome. Purple shimmer is where it's at. Obviously, I'm biased. Okay, is there any powders or liquids I would not recommend? All right, well, I guess we're gonna have honesty hour, but to be fair, those of you who join me every week probably already know what I'm going to say. As far as powders to stay away from, no, I don't have any powders on my poo-poo list. I do have liquids on my poo-poo list. Unfortunately, Revel Nail is one of them. I don't love their liquids. I love their powders. I don't love their liquids. I just find their application is a little bit thick and just not easy to work with. The other ones that I'm not crazy on are like Model 1s or Azure. The only reason I say that is because like the base liquid on those is fine. I don't have an issue with the base liquid, but the smell on the activator of those ones, as well as I believe the Savalan, they have a terrible activator smell that just smells atrocious. And that's the reason that I don't love those ones. So I do have a full playlist of dip liquid recommendations on my TikTok as well for you to check out. So hopefully that helps. Ooh, Debbie, that's fun. I hope you're having an awesome vacay. I lost my base. Courtney, you made it. You figured out what day of the week it is. You make me laugh, girl, because I feel you. I never know what day of the week it is either. I'm like, holy crap, it's already Wednesday. Shay, yeah, I didn't have any issues with the Azure top coat. Like I said, my beef with them is the smell of the activator. And yes, I have used their powders. Their powders are fine. But yeah. Oh, Heather, I missed you guys too. I already was telling some people earlier, my husband and I, it's a non-stop renovation project at our house, and we were doing some landscaping, and I had to move heavy patio stones around, and just for the safety of my nails, I felt like having nails on for that was not a good idea. And I didn't want to immediately remove them either, so I had to make the call last week. But I'm back and I've got pretty purple nails and I'm so happy about it. And all my friends are here. It feels so good. Okay. All right. We got our first layer on. You guys, I'm like, I think because I missed you so much, I'm so busy chatting this week. Shay, that's fair. I will say though, if you're looking for an affordable Amazon option for dip kits, McCart Dippies are my favorite ones of all of them. Oh, Heather, yeah, we are very fortunate where I am. Like, we've had some fires within about 100 kilometers of us, but I've been very, very fortunate. Oh, my face went away. We've been fortunate that nothing has come super close to us to cause issue, but we were dealing with all the smoke and everything that I know was kind of affecting a lot of people, so that sucked. Oh, good. My husband's here. Amazing. Hello, Dylan. I'm back, friends. I'm back. All right. Courtney, yes, of course. This is what we're doing tonight. We've got the tricolors. So we have Grape Hyacinth by West Coast Dips. We have Heaven by Revel Nail. And we have Corgis and Wine by West Coast Dips. Hello, Amanda. It's good to see you. Isabel, that is okay. You're here now, and that is what matters most. We are on our second dip. So for the second layer, we are going to go halfway up the nail. The reason we do this is because we're trying to build an apex on the nail. By building an apex, we add strength, which is going to help our manicure last. So like I said, we are going to apply to half of the nail. So starting a little below half, pushing up to about that halfway mark and pulling down, and then just painting the bottom half of the nail. And someone was asking about avoiding chips. So one thing that I like to do on this particular dip is I like to run the brush just very, very lightly over that free edge to cap the edge, and then that helps with preventing chipping. Ooh, Shy, I hope they make a difference for you. Thank you, Amanda. Courtney, I do not mind at all. I'm just doing my best to follow the conversation. If I miss something that anybody has asked or said, I do apologize. I'm doing my best. Gianna, I'm using the West Coast Dip liquids this week. Also, it's great to see you, Gianna. I miss you. Chelsea is here. Hello, Chelsea. Thank you. This purple is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. All right, friends, so again, doing half the nail, so starting below that halfway mark, pushing up to halfway mark and pulling back, and then painting the bottom half of our nail. And then we're gonna just gently run that brush along the free edge to help cap those edges. Dip in and then move along. And then I gotta swap my powders because we're using Heaven on the middle finger. Debs, I missed you guys last week. You can absolutely see the other hand, so there is a look at it for you. Luann, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. I appreciate it. Okay, we are on the middle finger. Heather, no, I am lazy. I am very lazy. So I just do my very best to not get anything on the threads. However, if you're having trouble with it, I believe some people wipe acetone and stuff around the threads just to avoid having them stick. But to be fair, I haven't had any issues with any of my other brands getting stuck on me. So I may just have a horseshoe around me that is stopping that. Thank you, Debs. Oh, Heather, that is so heartbreaking. I've done it with Revels like so many times. And I will say, I like to be fair. Revel customer service, at least when I had this experience, was very awesome. And they actually sent me out a new set after they got glued shut the first time. So that was pretty cool of them. Friends, I'm skipping the ring finger. I've done my clear powder layer. The next thing I'm going to do is my chunky glitter, but I'm going to wait till I've dipped all of my other fingers, circle back to do that one, and then we'll encapsulate it. How do you get the little gem beside your name? That is a good question, Courtney. I would love to know as well. I'm wondering if it's like a subscriber thing or someone. I think it's if you've sent gifts. Like those little roses and stuff like that. I think that that's what it's for, but I will look into it and let you know. Oh, Chelsea, I hope you can too. Hopefully we can help find you some inspo before, like, so you're raring to go when you feel a little bit more up to it. Oh, Heather's coming in hot. She knows what's up. Yeah, it could be those. I barely know how those work. I just know it's awesome when you guys send them, so I appreciate it. All right, friends, so second dip on that pinky finger, starting just below half, pushing up, pulling down, and painting the bottom half of the nail, and circling that free edge a little bit. And then we dip. So that is dip number 2 in the books. We are going to circle around. We're going to do our third third dip. I can never say my words. Like, it is crazy how often I stumble. I get so excited. So on our third dip, we're going to do 3/4 of the way up the nail. Again, the reason we do this is to build an apex, and apex adds strength to your nails, and that'll help your manicure last longer. How long do my dip usually last? So I switch out my nails every week on these lives, but usually I get anywhere from 7 to 14 days if I was not purposefully switching it out every week. Heather knows what's up. So it is the gifting. Awesome. It's all those lovely roses you send, which I so appreciate. All right, let's brush off that excess powder. And let's get into dip number 3. So making sure you guys can see here. So grabbing my base. So same thing, we're gonna start in the middle of the nail, but this time we're only gonna push up to that 3/4 mark and pull down. And then we're going to proceed to paint the bottom 3/4 of the nail. And also I do like to cap on this dip as well. So I'm just gonna very, very lightly run that brush over the free edge and dip it in the powder. Michaela, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. I appreciate it. Ooh, a couple gems. Ah, Debs, that's awesome. Where are you going on vacay, and what are your nails going to look like? I need all the details. Please let me know. What do I do with those roses? So I believe how the roses work. So it's like, it's a way to like monetarily support creators on TikTok. So I think we get like a few cents every time someone sends them. So it's just a nice way if people, again, want to financially support creators on the app. That's what comes with them. But really, I just appreciate you guys' thoughtfulness very much. So thank you to everybody who does send those through. I so appreciate it. But I also just love your company, truthfully. So thank you, Courtney. I appreciate it. Misty, so the reason that we push the liquid back is to give us better control over the liquid. So what can happen is if you apply your brush too close up to the cuticle area, it'll apply so much liquid there, and that can lead to flooding, which can get liquid on the skin, and it can also make it harder to get cleaner cuticle lines. So by starting in the middle of the nail and pushing back, we get more control over where we're applying that liquid. Oh, Debs sent me a heart me. Heather sent roses. You guys are too kind. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Ooh, Debs, that's perfect. I hope you have the best time in Destin. That's awesome. And that is going to be the perfect manicure with the ocean background. Are you kidding me? You better take a nail fee while you're there. Misty, you're welcome. I hope that helps. All right, friends, so third dip on our pointer finger, starting the brush in the middle of the nail, pushing back to that 3/4 mark, pulling forward, kind of swooping the sides. We don't really need to swoop the sides too much on that third dip. And then lightly running the brush over the free edge and dipping in our powder. And then before I get chatting and I forget, I'm going to swap because we are putting the heaven on our middle finger. All right. So starting the brush in the middle of the nail, pushing to the 3/4, pulling forward, getting those edges, and getting the sides, like so. And there we go. So again, skipping that ring finger because we're gonna add chunky glitter here in a minute, and then we'll do our third dip on the pinky. Chelsea, I haven't really looked too much at the Revel anniversary sale, I'll be honest. Actually, no, I did look at some of the sets. But I've kind of been holding off, mainly because I've been spending all of my money on plants as of late, because I've gotten a little crazy with all the landscaping and gardening, so I'm trying to like control myself a little bit with the dip powder. I also have so many colors I have not used. So I did look, but I held myself back for right now. Whether I stick to that or not, it's anybody's guess, so. Alyssa, that makes me so happy to hear. That is awesome. Yes, Chelsea, I am I mean, I do my best to be a plant mom, but I've kind of like with dip powder, I've just gone crazy putting new gardens in. I've got like 500,000 houseplants. I've got all my perennials, and then this year I did post a video actually while I was doing it. I put in a new cut flower garden because I got on that side of TikTok and I just couldn't help myself. So yeah, I've been spending a lot of time with plants as of late. You know what, Alyssa, I will say, starting, I don't know if you're already doing this or not, but I find if I start with my non-dominant hand, because I have a little bit more patience, it makes it easier to do, and then I work with my dominant hand second. For some reason, that makes it easier. It's a psychological thing, but it works. So recommend that. That might help. Allie, I mean, I wouldn't say that I have willpower. It's more that I'm distracted. You know? Oh, man. I'm just obsessed with plants at the moment. But my plants have been taking away from my nails, so that's also been a problem. My two loves have not been cohesive. Ooh, Ellie, I think so. I think so. And now we're talking about it. So we are going to have nails and cut flowers all all on our feed this evening for sure. Michaela, yes, I do have tips on. Allie, I bet. Mine are crazy as well. All right, friends, so back to the dip. We are going to do a fourth and final dip. This one is a full dip. So with that in mind, we're going to start the brush in the middle of the nail. Push all the way back up to the skin without touching the skin, pulling forward, and then swooping those sides. And then we are going to dip into the powder, and then I'm going to grab my toothpick, which is safely tucked away in my cup today. And we're going to clean up those cuticle lines. And that is it for our thumb. But you guys can see that little shimmer going on. I love it so much. I love it. Girl Hunter, yes, I do the soak off method. If you go over to my TikTok, I do have a removal tutorial pinned that shows how to get it off. So soaking off, number one, make sure you're using pure acetone, not regular nail polish remover. The other thing that helps is heating up the acetone by placing it into some hot water. I thought I had something on my elbow. Oh my gosh. Wolviana, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kay. All right, friends. Let's dip the pointer finger. Jonna, thank you for hitting that follow button. I appreciate it. All right, friends. So starting the brush in the middle of the nail, pushing all the way back as close to the skin as possible without touching, and then pulling forward, swooping those sides. And then we are going to dip into the powder, tap off the excess, grab our trusty toothpick, and swoop around like so. And then I'm going to swap over to Heaven by Revel Nail for the final dip of the middle finger. Again, starting the brush in the middle of the nail, pushing back, pulling forward, swooping those sides. Dipping in the powder. Toothpick time. Clean up those cuticles. We're chugging along, friends. We're chugging along. I'm going to put the lid on Heaven so I don't have an accident. And then I'm going to do my final dip of this one, and then we're going to do some chunky glitter. Do. Okay. just like that, we are all done our dipping, minus the chunky glitter. That is next. Dandy, yes. Virgo and Gem is still one of my favorites, but honestly, West Coast Dips is also one of my favorites. I like both. Don't make me choose. Bethany, yeah, give it a try. It definitely helps with the manicures last. This, like, as soon as I switched to this technique, it was such a game changer for me, and now I refuse to change it because it's been so good to me. So, Autumn, I do have tips on right now. Ooh, Courtney, you're getting brave. I love that. Wolviana, what are you trying to order so that I can properly answer your question? No evil toothpick tonight so far, Chelsea. But you know what? That thing has funny little tricks, so I don't trust it for a second. All right, friends, so I'm going to brush off that extra powder, and then I'm going to go in and we're going to do our chunky glitter. Sonia, you don't need to excessively cap your edges. I just like to do it on the 1/2 and 3/4 because that's when I find the easiest time to do it. And then the final layer of top coat, definitely cap your edges there as well. Autumn, I get anywhere from 7 to 14 days out of a manicure usually. But usually I only wear them for a week because I purposefully switch them out. The nail products that I'm using, if that's what you're asking about, these are all available on the West Coast Dips website, which is westcoastdips.ca, I believe. All right. Where are we at? Chunky glitter, friends. Okay, wait till you see this glitter. This glitter is freaking gorgeous, okay? Look at it. Look at it. I freaking love it. I'm in love. All right, so to do chunky glitter, do not dip your finger like full 45. The reason why is it can make your glitter stick up weird. So the best way to apply chunky glitter for a nice smooth finish is to actually lay your finger flat like so. So that's why we're going to be doing that. Also, again, I recommend putting a base layer underneath of your chunky glitter. I like to use clear just because I really like the look of just the glitter kind of just sitting on the nail, but you can use any base color you'd like. All right, so let's apply base coat to our entire nail. Starting in the middle of the nail, pushing back, pulling forward, swooping the sides. And like I said, we're gonna lay the nail flat in the glitter. Turn it around. And then we're just going to pack it down very lightly. And then I'm gonna grab my toothpick, which is still behaving itself, and we're gonna just circle around the cuticle area just to get glitter out of anywhere we don't want it to be sitting. And then we're gonna let that dry. Oh, Bethany, I'm so glad. All right, so the next thing we need to do is encapsulate the glitter. So I've got my Vivian by Revel Nail on hand. I'm just waiting for that glitter to dry. I'm gonna brush off the excess and then we'll encapsulate it. We are trucking along tonight, my friends. All right, so get rid of some of that glitter. And then we are going to apply base coat to our entire nail and then dip into the clear. Now, the reason we want to encapsulate the glitter is so we don't ruin it. It's also going to help you achieve a nice smooth finish over top of that glitter. Megan, thank Alyssa, thank you for hitting that share button. I appreciate it. So only 2 layers. Yeah, so for my chunky glitters, I don't follow the same apex method because I don't want to build up too much bulk on the nail because the chunky glitters I find tend to sit kind of chunky. So what I do is I apply a base layer, I apply my chunky glitter, and then I just encapsulate. Yeah, that's all I do. Oh, Allie, that's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that they turned out for her. Autumn, thank you for hitting that share button. I appreciate it. All right, friends, so now that we've got all of our layers on, we are going to activate and we are going to buff it all out. But honestly, these colors do not need much buffing. I had the other hand buffed in like a couple minutes. This is going to take me longer because I'm chit-chatting. But yeah, these colors went on really, really nice. Aw, Meg, thank you so much. I'm so glad. That's so awesome that you and your mom are doing this together. That's very cool. Ah, Courtney, that's awesome. Bonnie is also fantastic, so I'm glad to hear that. All right, let's douse these babies in some activator. So for those of you who are new to dip powder and wondering how all this works, the reason that you do not need a UV light is because this activator liquid cures everything. So no UV light needed with dip liquids. Thank you, Debbie. You guys are my favorite, so this is perfect. All right, I'm gonna do an extra insurance layer on my nails here. Make sure everything is fully cured. I always find sometimes when you use chunky glitters, they could always use a little extra. So let that cure and then we will buff. Bethany, that's awesome. A sister activity where you guys get along is perfect. Autumn, what is happening that's making it last for 2 days? Is it lifting? Is it chipping? Like, what do you find is happening? And then that might help us narrow it down a little bit. Usually, the length that your manicure lasts is affected by prep. So good prep is key. Yes, Courtney, you absolutely do. Don't keep anything from me. Are you kidding? It might take me 4 days to see it and remember to respond, but don't gatekeep on me like that. All right, friends, let's do a very quick buff. Like I said, these actually applied pretty smooth, so you can see there's really not much to do. There's just a little tiny bit of buffing just to smooth it out, but honestly, not a whole lot here going on. So to buff, I just like to go down one side. And you can see that we've got an area where the file is not quite hitting because there's that little bit of variation in color. So once everything is buffed like this, we know we're all smooth and good to go. So we're just gonna do that quick. And then we're gonna go down the other side. And then I like to go around my cuticles. This is the reason why curved files are the MVP. They make it a little easier to get around those cuticle areas without tearing the crap out of your skin. And then I'm just gonna go lightly on the top. Like so. Yeah, Courtney, that meant it took me a little bit of a while to get back. It's just been, oh gosh, this weekend was so crazy trying to do all that landscaping stuff my husband and I were up to. I didn't even have time to really check my phone, but I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, they're gone. Danny, this is a 180 file. Ooh, Chelsea, I gotta give those a go. I do have stamping and I tried it once. And I haven't gotten back into it, but I really need to because I really did enjoy it. Alright, you guys are getting your little ASMR nail filing at the moment. Okay. Ooh, that chunky glitter's got a lot going on. Add some more activator. It's kind of acting funny. If you find your nails are ever a little bit gummy when you're buffing them out, just add more activator. It just means that there might be some thicker spots that didn't cure properly. So we'll leave this glitter alone for a second, and then we will come back to it. Well, yeah, like I said, I recommend the West Coast Dips. You can go right to their website, westcoastdips.ca. They're very good. Virgo and Gem is also fantastic. Again, just go right to their website. If you go into Google and search the names of these products, their website should come up for you. Alyssa, I never do my tips on the live just because of a timing issue. But yeah, Courtney's correct. I do have a tutorial on it, and I actually am working on editing an updated tutorial. But if you go over to my TikTok, you'll see a bunch of playlists, including a dip application playlist. I believe the tip application tutorial is there for you. Brandy, I'm using West Coast Dip liquids. And then I've got Grape Hyacinth from West Coast Dips, which is the shimmery purple. And then I've got Heaven by Revel Nail, which is the light purple. And then I've got Corgis and Wine by West Coast Dips for the glitter. Thank you for jumping in, Debbie, and helping out, as always. Very appreciated. Thank you, Kay. Again, lots of great recommendations there for you. Thank you, Brandy. I'm so pleased with how nicely these are all buffing out. This is fantastic. All right, so now I'm just gonna finish my shape here. So I do all of my shaping prior to dipping. So all I'm really doing is just running my file over and just sharpening up the edges. Not doing anything too crazy. Ooh, Brandy, I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome. I love my trusty toothbrush very much. And I'm glad it is also helping you as well. Sorry guys, this is like the most awkward part to show on camera because it's so hard for me to see, but I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see. Oy. I'm gonna do my up close here in a second, just to double check that everything's good to go. Okay, let me do my up close because I'm blind. So guys, when I'm shaping, just so you guys know, because I get lots of questions on shaping, and shaping is a hard thing to understand. You kind of just have to do it and get a feel for it. But I will say that something that really does help me is seeing my nails from different angles. So what I will do, like you guys saw, is I will shape my nails looking at them this way, but then I also hold my nails out like this because I find that helps me identify any areas that are a little bit wonky if I look at it from both sides. So that is something that has helped me a ton, and hopefully will help you as well. But I think we are pretty good in the shape department. I just got to use my trusty little buffer and we'll be laughing. All right. Actually, I gotta sort my chunky glitter out because it's kind of all over the place. Oh no! Thanks, Cass. It's a timer issue with this camera. It's like it'll only show be turned on for so long, so that's why I have to remember to click the button. But thank you guys for reminding me. I appreciate it because I don't always realize that it's gone off. I'm back, Brandy. I'm back and I got a face. Thank goodness. I feel like this chunky glitter really wanted to give me a run today. Thanks, Brandy. I'm doing my best over here, you know? Oh, yeah. You guys are the best. Okay. Thinking we're good. Let me just activate this glitter because I don't know what is going on here. My glitter is being weird, my friends. No, it's good. Look, we're good. Perfect. Yeah, okay, I can get into that. All right, so to finish everything off, we're just gonna grab our little orange buffer and we're just gonna get everything finalized and smooth. And then we're gonna top coat. When did I start doing nails? I started doing my nails at home about 2.5 years ago now. Oh my gosh, that sounds so crazy to say out loud. I can't believe it's been that long. But yeah, 2.5 years. All right, my friends, we are buffed out. So we are going to top coat. But first, I'm gonna get my top coat handy. We're gonna get our activator. I'm gonna keep a lint-free wipe. So as far as top coat goes, it's a whole timing thing. So we're gonna apply our activator to every nail. I love this glitter, it is so nice. And then we are going to grab a lint-free wipe. If you don't have these wipes, you can use a paper towel, totally fine. And then we're just gonna wipe off the excess on here. Amy, yeah, I did encapsulate the glitter with a clear powder. Okay. And then we're going to grab our top coat. So with the first layer of top coat, we want to limit the contact time that the brush has with the nail. This is going to help prevent any contamination and your top coat from going hard. So we are going to do 3 very quick strokes. So we're just going to go, you guys can see, yep. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to continue that on each finger just for this first layer. And then right away, we're going to go into the second layer, this time being a lot more precise and also making sure we cap the edges. Capping the edges is so important, especially on this step, to avoid chipping. So we are going to grab our top coat, start in the middle of the nail, push back, pull forward, same technique as the base liquid, making sure that we get all over the nail. And then to cap the edges, just running that brush very, very lightly over the free edge. Like so. And then we're going to continue that on each finger. Doo-doo. All right. Done. Whew, I can breathe. Okay. Oh, dandy. These ones are awesome. I love these ones. There is the final look, my friends. Let me scroll up on the chat so I can make sure that I didn't miss anything because I was very into my top coat just now. Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that. Oh, Kristen, I want to see them. I'm kind of jealous. I kind of do wish I went a little bright and crazy as well, but you're my inspiration for next week. Oh, Chelsea, I know. It's such a cute name. She does such a good job naming all of her colors. Oh, Bethany, that is awesome. Congratulations. I love that. I hope they were like everything you wanted for your, you know, mandatory engagement shot. My husband proposed before I ever did my nails at home, and at the time we were like really heavy into building our house, and I had actually just been painting that day. So when he proposed, my nails were covered in paint. So it is like, it's a funny photo and I love it, but I did not have nice nails in my engagement photo. I'll have to show you guys sometime. Maybe you'll find humor in it because it's like you would not expect it. My nails are also like bitten down, super short, you know. Ah, good times. Ah, Amy, I think you're gonna have to. You definitely need to try a tricolor. Dandy, you know what? I started with Revel liquids. I still love Revel powders. I switched to Virgo and Gem liquids, and I couldn't believe the difference with the application. It was just so much easier using different liquids. So yeah, Virgo and Gem, I highly recommend, and these West Coast dip ones are fantastic, especially if you want a slightly longer dry time. The only thing with the Virgo and Gem to keep in mind is that they do dry fairly quick. So these ones are a little bit better if you want a little bit longer dry time. Kristen, yes, I'm glad you thought so as well. I do love the Macart dippies. As far as like affordable options go, they're very good. Yeah, Bethany, that's my nail story. Oh, Courtney, the thermals they are fun. To be honest, when I first started doing my nails at home, I never did the glow in the darks or the thermals or anything like that. I don't love the glow in the darks all that much, but even still, but I do love the thermals. They're so much fun. Well, there we go, my friends. That is our look for the evening. I feel so much better. Sonia, you are very welcome. Thank you guys for joining in. You guys were like, this was a great conversation tonight. I had so much fun. I really missed you guys last week, so thank you for joining me this week. This was great. Awesome, friends. Ooh, Debbie. You got it bright and going on with that manicure. That's fun. Thank you, Allie. I appreciate that. Dandy, no, I haven't heard of IBX. Courtney! And I think it looks like you have something beside your name now. Thank you so much for the gift, Courtney. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Ooh, that's bold, Allie. I like that. Hopefully, you're going to post that on your Instagram so we can see. Yay, Courtney! That's awesome. Oh, goodness, friends. Allie, perfect. Awesome, friends. Oh, Courtney, I can see it now. You sent 2 roses. You are the best. Thank you. You guys know how I love my flowers and all my plants, so this is a nice mix of both worlds. I got nails tonight, I got flowers tonight. This is fantastic, so thank you. Oh, okay, Danny. I'll definitely have to check that out. That sounds very cool. Ooh, that sounds interesting. You'd never expect it if it's a clear glow, Allie. That's awesome. Well, my friends, I got both. There's both nails for you, so you can see both. Yeah, I'm thinking next week, Kristen, you've inspired me. I think we're gonna go full summer colors as of next week because I just, you know what color I really wanted to do tonight that I was kind of on the fence about was Free by Revel Nail. That is one of my favorite, like, super bright corals. I love it so much, and I wanted to pair it with Crush, but then I felt bad because they don't have Crush on their website anymore, so sometimes I feel bad. Well, I guess I did do it tonight because Heaven is retired as well. I hate using colors that other people can't get, and then that limits my collection, which is kind of a problem. But yeah, I think we're gonna go full bore into bright summer colors. You've talked me into it. Thank you, Debbie. You're the best. Awesome, friends. Well, I have to head out for the evening. What do I got coming up? I am working my butt off on trying to edit. I've been a little bit lax on getting videos posted and editing because things have been a bit busy on the home front. I have not left you guys. I'm still working on more tutorials. I am editing the newer version of how to add tips because I know you guys ask me all the time, and I would like to do it on live. I just don't unfortunately have the time in this hour to do it, which is the problem. But I will get an updated tutorial posted for you guys there. Hopefully some more nail inspo stuff. And I've got a whole host. The other new tutorial that I've got on the back burner to post next is a new top coat tutorial because I get that question a lot. So I've been just slowly picking away through those questions that you guys asked or posted on that one video I posted a bit ago. So I am working on those slowly but surely. Thank you guys for your patience. I appreciate it. If you guys want to get alerted whenever I go live, if you want to know when the replays of these lives are posted, and if you want to get content sent straight to your inbox every Monday, sign up for those email alerts. All you have to do is go over to my TikTok profile, click the link, scroll down, put your email in, and I will email you all those wonderful nail things. So yeah. Bye, Chelsea. Dandy, you are welcome. Ah, you ordered the West Coast. I'm so excited about that. I think you'll love them. Debbie, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend as well. Thank you for joining in. Courtney, thank you. You are the best. I can't wait to see what you've got cooking up next. Hopefully I remember to check my freaking Instagram sooner rather than later. All right, friends, that is it for the evening. Like I said, sign up for those email alerts if you haven't already. Other than that, I will be here next Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing another manicure, most likely some bright, fun summer colors because I think that's where my heart's going, you know? Other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your evening. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I will see everybody next Wednesday. Thank you, friends. Bye, Marissa. Bye, Bethany. You guys have a great night, and I will chat with everybody very soon.